We're following breaking news this morning out of South Florida.
The search and rescue operation is underway after a 12-story apartment building partially collapsed in Surfside, Florida. We know one person is dead, according to the town's mayor. No word yet on other casualties or injuries, but firefighters were seen pulling a boy from the rubble. NBC News correspondent Sam Brock is on the scene for us this morning. Sam, just start off by telling us what is the very latest on the ground there.
It's a little calmer right now, Joe, than it was when we first got on scene early this morning, 3:30, 4 o'clock. We were watching as fire ladders were carrying responders from balcony to balcony. I could hear the sound of sawing going on as they were looking for people. That is no longer taking place from what I can see right here. I'm going to point you over my shoulder. That's the condominium building. From this side, it looks fine. It is the northeast quadrant that, in the words of both the mayor and the residents who live there, pancaked, literally just collapsed and fell down. We just heard from Surfside's mayor, Charles Burkett, who said that there is no precedent for this kind of thing around here. He is not aware of any buildings in Miami Beach collapsing like this. He said it feels and looks like a bomb went off, but we know it did not. We have to get to the bottom of this. He also expressed his concern for the firefighters who are responding, the fact that there is still a threat right now that that building could completely collapse. So they've evacuated at least 50 rooms at a nearby hotel. He also confirmed for us that police said there's been at least one fatality. So that is now officially confirmed through the mayor of Surfside. Right now, the search and rescue effort, Joe, continues. It's hard to see from right here what's going on, but we do know, as you alluded to a second ago, in the overnight hours, there was a rescue, 2 people taken out there, one of whom was a teenage boy carried on a firefighter's shoulder. At least that's what we're hearing from that video and from reports here. I spoke with some neighbors. One woman who lives on the 9th floor, she said, "It is my full expectation that I lost friends." She said she's on the 9th floor. She was removed from the part of the building that actually collapsed, but that she is almost positive that there will be fatalities here beyond just the one that I told you about. And the mayor also mentioned the fact that people were able to get out because of the fact that a portion of the building was still standing, so they could move to that area of the building and get out. But it's just hard to imagine, Joe, given the amount of residences here. There's 130 plus, according to the website of the group that manages the Champlain Tower South, which is what this is. And, you know, you're figuring about a third of it collapsed based on the number of lines, vertical units that fell down. That's 40 or 50 units. And lastly, Joe, I would just add that the mayor said they were largely full. This, you know, it's Florida. Obviously, people come down here for vacations, but they are under the impression there were a lot of people in that building when it partially collapsed. We're waiting for more updates this morning, Joe. And Allison, let me send it back to you.
All right, Sam Brock. Sam, thank you so much. We actually did hear from the mayor of Surfside just a little bit ago, speaking with the Today Show. Let's take a listen to what he had to say.
This is just unfathomable, these images that we're seeing in your community. Can you give us any latest information on the number of injuries, any fatalities that may have been happened here this morning?
Yes, my police chief has told me that we transported 2 people to the hospital this morning at least, and 1 has died. We treated 10 people on the site, and we have 15 family units up at our community center, which we're going to be relocating into hotels shortly.
And what's the status of the rescue operation? We saw a massive response by the fire department there, looking for people, looking for survivors. Is that ongoing?
It is. It was ongoing in the middle of the night. We were here, I think it was a little after 2 o'clock, and the dogs came in, and the dogs have been going over the debris. And just tragically, there haven't been any hits for the dogs, and that's a great disappointment. Apparently, when the building came down, it pancaked. So there's just not a lot of voids that they're finding or seeing from the outside, which again that's a tragedy. It was a little bit concerning for us to go inside the building in the middle of the night, but the Miami-Dade Fire Department has been awesome. They've gotten in there, and they're in there risking their lives. I mean, we don't know if the rest of that building's going to come down, but it's just like the Trade Center thing. They ran right into it, and they've been looking for people. I think they did find a gentleman up in there, and they brought him out, which was amazing. So right now, we're just kind of waiting for the sun to come up so we can start doing whatever we can do to see if there's anybody else we can save.
Yeah, Mayor, you brought up something really important. There were, you're wondering how sound the rest of the building is, and we saw people being plucked from their balconies. And I guess my question is, was the building at full capacity? Were all of the 130 plus units occupied?
The building manager, we've spoken to the building manager, and the building was not, it was not lowly occupied. I think there were quite a few people in there.
Yeah.
So that's another terrible thing. But, again, I think apparently the destruction that happened at the back of the building didn't sort of flow into the front of the building, and it allowed people to wake up and make their way down the stairs and out of the building, we're thankful for that.
And Mr. Mayor, we're looking at the images, and they really are devastating. But what happened? I mean, I know the building was built 40 years ago, but do you have any idea what may have caused this? Have residents given you any indication?
Listen, there was roof work that was going on, so we know that that was happening, but you would never expect that to be the issue. I think that this is a catastrophic failure of that building, and we need to try to understand what happened. And we just, it's very early right now, so it's very difficult for us to imagine what could have happened. But obviously the foundation somehow was undermined, and the whole thing came down. I mean, it looks like a bomb went off, but we're pretty sure a bomb didn't go off. So it's something else.
Wow. All right. Well, we wish you guys the best of luck. We know it's going to be a long, long day. The mayor of Surfside, Charles Burkett, thank you so much.
All right, so much devastation, still so many unanswered questions. We will continue to update you on developments throughout the morning.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here, and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.